All right, so today we have that gospel passage. Jesus says, you've heard it said, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, but I say to you, offer no resistance to one who is evil. It sounds like passiveness, doesn't it? Well, yeah, it is. We're not called to get even. That's not part of the Christian life, to seek revenge, to seek vengeance. Jesus says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. To be a Christian means to know that I belong to God. To be holy means I belong to God. I don't belong to the world. And so when the world persecutes me, when people are evil towards me, when someone strikes me, okay. It's unpleasant and it's not good, and no one should ever be hit or stolen from or shot at or harmed or gossiped about or any of that. It's not good. So then why would the Christian do what is not good in response? As in the words of Jesus, do not the pagans do the same thing? What good is it if you only love those who love you? That's not love, it's just mutual usury. But to love your enemy and to pray for those who persecute you. To love means to will the good of the other as other. So I love you because you're worth loving. I love my enemies, should I have any, because they're worth loving. And they're worth loving because God made them and they belong to God. Because human life itself is holy. To live in a way that recognizes holiness. To live in a way that recognizes, affirms, and protects the sacred is to be a disciple of Christ. I don't think we want to hear that. That we should love the people that we disagree with. I don't think we want to hear that we should love the people who harm us, who steal from us, who threaten us. But that is what we're called to be. We are called to be Christ on earth because remember, we were put here for a mission and for a purpose. The church herself exists as a missionary and for a purpose. And that purpose is to preach the gospel and for the salvation of souls. Revenge will never bring your brother back to the altar. But loving your enemy may, depending on whether or not they're open to the reception of your love. To love is to bring people to Jesus. To love those who hurt you and persecute you, to forgive them, is to bring them back into the fold and save their souls. This is who we are as Christians. We're missionaries for the gospel.